In a shocking twist that's sending tremors through the entertainment world, an alleged secret tape connected to Sean Diddy Combs has reportedly surfaced, and the fallout has been immediate. According to multiple insider sources, this leaked footage is not just a minor embarrassment or PR slip-up. It's a potential legal bombshell that's left Diddy's legal team scrambling behind the scenes. Reports claim the video contains never-before-seen content that could play a critical role in ongoing investigations linked to the music mogul's past conduct, raising questions about what really went on behind closed doors at those now infamous VIP parties.
All of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is, TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all.
Whispers from industry insiders suggest it may include compromising footage capable of connecting Diddy to individuals and activities that federal authorities are already circling. As soon as the leak began making its way through encrypted circles, legal experts say Diddy's lawyers entered full damage control mode, reportedly issuing urgent cease and desist notices and emergency filings in an attempt to block the footage from reaching the public. With rumors spreading fast across social media and legal commentators weighing in on what this could mean for Diddy's future, the situation is escalating by the hour. Could this be the piece of evidence that finally forces the hand of prosecutors? Or is this just another twist in an already convoluted saga? One thing is certain, whatever's on that tape, someone didn't want the world to see it. And now, it's out.
Were victims or
victims.
were perpetrating?
Victims.
They were all eight were victimized,
Yeah,
meaning
victim.
this was happening to them and they were inebriated.
Right. Not knowing, I guess, how much proof it was in it, what they was doing.
And of those 8, how many seemed to be potentially minors?
2 to 3, possibly 3.
5 attorneys are still in place, with Mark Agnifilo leading as primary counsel. According to court records, Rico's departure was not expected to delay the proceedings. The May trial date remained locked in, but the deeper implications of his exit are far from settled. By May 2025, Diddy's federal trial was fully underway, drawing massive attention nationwide. Jury selection began on May 5th, with opening statements slated for May 12th. This trial, unfolding in a Manhattan courtroom, could lead to a life sentence if Diddy is convicted. The charges are severe: racketeering conspiracy, trafficking by force, fraud or coercion, and transporting individuals for prostitution.
And so those are actual things that are very important to put in context to the event. You have to own the event. You have to tell the jury that we're not here because you agree with him morally and how he has conducted himself at each and every stage of his life. We're here to determine whether he was committing these violent acts that are that you're here to judge his actions by. And so you have to make sure that the jury is not looking at this as what would I have done in this situation, but they're looking at what is an illegal act and do these people have a motive to lie for whatever personal vendetta that they may have.
During March 2024 raids at Diddy's residences in Los Angeles and Miami Beach, federal agents seized critical items, including electronic devices, illegal firearms, narcotics, and over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant, allegedly linked to the freak-offs cited in the indictment. The case also leans heavily on the testimony of 4 individuals identified in court documents as victims 1 through 4. Victim 1 is believed to be Cassie Ventura, whose November 2023 civil lawsuit triggered the broader federal investigation. Despite early expectations, the jury selection process hit an unexpected delay. Peremptory challenges, where each side can remove jurors without stating a reason, were postponed to May 12th. That pushed back opening statements to later that same day, adding another layer of tension to an already volatile courtroom environment. Reports suggest that one of the prosecution's main witnesses, identified as Victim 3, might not testify despite being subpoenaed. This unexpected twist has stirred unverified speculation about possible witness tampering, further intensifying an already volatile and high-stakes trial. With emotions running high, both legal teams are sharpening their strategies. The prosecution aims to frame Sean Combs as someone who leveraged his wealth, fame, and influence to operate a sprawling criminal enterprise that exploited multiple individuals. On the flip side, the defense is set to argue that all sexual encounters were consensual and that Combs simply engaged in an unconventional lifestyle, not one that broke federal law.
I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about.
Take full responsibility for my actions in that video.
Seeking to control the narrative, Diddy's attorneys requested a gag order to prevent Burgess and Mitchell from making further public statements. Despite these efforts, federal authorities have taken Burgess's claims seriously. He received a grand jury subpoena on October 24, 2024, demanding all digital evidence related to Combs, including the controversial thumb drives and any supporting materials. Burgess has reportedly handed these over. But the flash drives are just one part of the growing mountain of digital evidence. During Homeland Security's March 2024 raids on Diddy's Los Angeles and Miami properties, agents seized cell phones, hard drives, and laptops, now under forensic review for images, messages, or videos tied to the charges. In October 2024, another damaging piece surfaced. A leaked prison phone recording where Diddy allegedly told someone, believed to be his son, to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes. While vague, the reference has triggered speculation about coded attempts to destroy evidence. Most damning is the verified 2016 surveillance video aired by CNN on May 17, 2024. The footage shows Diddy assaulting Cassie Ventura in a Los Angeles hotel hallway. CNN confirmed its authenticity by matching details to the Intercontinental Hotel's layout. This video has now become a critical centerpiece in the prosecution's case. The 2016 surveillance video showing Diddy assaulting Cassie Ventura in a hotel hallway has become a cornerstone of the prosecution's case. After its public release in May 2024, Diddy issued an apology, calling his actions inexcusable and expressing regret. While not tied directly to the specific federal charges, the footage strengthens Ventura's original November 2023 lawsuit and supports broader claims of abuse. Legal analysts expect Diddy's defense team to address the video directly during trial.
Every single celebrity in the culture has been to Diddy's house.
He continued.
Means they've gone through all his phones, text messages. I can read you my text message to Diddy. What day is it airing on the show, on the network? Are you coming on the show? Diddy, what's this? It's all been business for me. I don't have nothing inappropriate to them people because I don't deal with them like that. So you mean to tell me all those late nights, what you doing, where you at?
He then listed all the people he's seen at Diddy's house.
Is he at his house? I've seen T.D. Jakes at his house. I've seen Chris Brown at his house. I've seen Jordan Woods at his house. I've seen Travis Scott at his house. I've seen Beyonce at his house. I've seen Tiana Taylor. I've seen them all. Now, we was all in the backyard, but I've seen them all. I've seen Usher there. I've seen DaBaby there. I've seen Justin Bieber there. I've seen... Everybody's been to a Diddy party.
A major focal point in the trial is how jurors will interpret the testimony and credibility of victim one, widely believed to be Cassandra Ventura. Court documents confirm that prosecutors plan to show a 2005 photo of the alleged victim at age 19, taken just months before she met Diddy and signed to his label. The timeline directly aligns with Ventura's known history. The defense is expected to argue that the relationship between Diddy and victim one involved mutual physical altercations, not unilateral coercion. They've suggested she was strong and powerful in an effort to undercut the prosecution's framing of her as a trafficked victim. This move signals a clear attempt to challenge whether the government can meet the legal standard of trafficking, which requires proof of force, fraud, or coercion. Meanwhile, the possible absence of victim 3 has raised concerns. Though subpoenaed, reports suggest this individual might not testify. No official reason has been released, prompting speculation about witness intimidation. The issue underscores a broader problem in prosecuting high-profile defendants with immense influence and resources. Prosecutors have already accused Diddy of attempting to contact witnesses while in custody, using other inmates' call accounts and exploiting social media channels to influence public opinion. These claims contributed to his repeated bail denials and his continued detention at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. As the trial progresses, the effectiveness of these witness strategies on both sides will play a critical role in shaping the outcome. As Sean Diddy Combs' federal trial progresses, all eyes are on the potential verdict and what it could mean, not just for the music mogul, but for the entertainment industry at large. The legal consequences, if convicted, are severe. The racketeering charge carries a potential life sentence with no minimum. 2 counts of trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion also carry a maximum of life and a minimum of 15 years. The 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution each come with a maximum sentence of 10 years. To estimate what sentencing could look like, legal analysts point to past cases, most notably R. Kelly's. Convicted of trafficking and racketeering, Kelly received a 30-year sentence in 2022, followed by another 20 years in 2023, with 19 running concurrently. That effectively became a 31-year prison term. With Diddy facing similarly structured charges, a comparable outcome is on the table. At 55 years old, a conviction on multiple counts could result in Combs spending the rest of his life in federal custody. However, the defense is actively fighting back. Lead attorney Mark Agnifilo, known for defending high-profile clients like NXIVM leader Keith Raniere, is spearheading Diddy's legal response. They argue that the encounters were consensual, the charges overreaching, and the evidence misleading. The verdict in this case could redefine how abuse, coercion, and power dynamics are interpreted within the entertainment world, potentially setting new legal and cultural standards. The defense's strategy is centered on reframing all alleged incidents as consensual, portraying Diddy's behavior as unconventional rather than criminal. They are also highlighting the racial history of laws like the Mann Act, which underpins some of the charges. That law, originally passed in 1910, has a controversial history of being used to disproportionately target black men. The defense hopes this argument may influence jurors sensitive to systemic racial bias within the justice system. If Diddy is acquitted, he would avoid prison, but serious legal battles would remain. As of April 2025, over 60 civil lawsuits had been filed against him, alleging various forms of misconduct dating as far back as 1991. These civil cases will proceed regardless of the outcome of the criminal trial. Another possible outcome is a hung jury. If jurors can't reach a unanimous verdict, the judge could declare a mistrial.
But pretty much that the judge ruled not to exclude the photo. So this photo will be admitted into evidence. Now, victim 1 was also brought up by a kind of a defense argument. And this argument was a little surprising to me because, you know, for the most part, it seems that the defense at some kind of aspects and points of this case have kind of been trying to paint this picture that Combs, in a way, you know, he lives an alternative lifestyle. This is just, you know, these are consensual relationships between, you know, his former girlfriends and these escorts that are a part of, you know, these freak-offs that the government is painting kind of his, you know, discretions about. But as far as how this has to do with victim 1 is that the defense is pretty much going to tell these jurors essentially that there was mutual physical violence, domestic violence between the defendant, that being Diddy, and victim 1.
Prosecutors might prioritize flipping these insiders to strengthen the case against Combs. Immunity or reduced sentences could be used to secure testimony from people inside the alleged criminal structure. However, Experts also warn about the complexities of sex trafficking prosecutions, where the roles of victim and offender often overlap. In the Ghislaine Maxwell case, for instance, some women admitted they had recruited others under pressure, raising moral and legal dilemmas. Prosecutors must weigh these factors carefully. Charging every participant may not always be appropriate, especially when coercion is involved. That's why, even though the Combs enterprise is alleged to have involved assistants, security, and high-ranking staff, not all will necessarily face charges. As the FBI investigates connections to celebrity attendees at Combs' alleged freak-offs, the fallout could expand further into the entertainment world. Reputations may be at risk, even for those not accused of crimes, based solely on their proximity to the events now under scrutiny. What are your thoughts on the list of celebrities tied to Diddy's parties and how this might affect their careers? Drop a comment below and let us know. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on the cards on your screen for more exclusive updates on the Diddy case. Thanks for watching.